very good evening to you. Welcome to the Defining Moment. It's good to have you and thank you so much for joining us. My name is Anthony Ndiema. On the Defining Moment, we get to listen to powerful stories of redemption, stories of, how things change from turmoil to become something better. And what was meant for worse has actually turned to good. So today we're speaking to Lillian Jairo. It's a story of struggle, but through the struggle, God has come through and she has found help. She has found God, and she looks back and says, if it were not for God, I will not be here today. So if you're going through a struggle, you're going through an issue, you know what? You just need to trust God, believe God that even through that, one day you will come through it stronger, better, and with purpose. So karibu sana, and Lillian, it's good to have you. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
Uko salama?
Niko
Unakaa smart.
Thank you.
Na hizi nguo ni zako, si ndio?
Yes.
Ni wewe umejitengenezea?
Na niko na fundi wako.
Uko na fundi wako?
Yes.
Lakini pia unajua hii maneno ya fashion sana.
Yeah.
All right, karibu sana.
Thank you.
Lillian Jairo. Hebu tueleze kidogo tu. Give us a bit more information about Lillian Jairo.
Yeah, my name is Lillian Jairo.
All right.
White.
Yes.
Jairo is my dad. And White is my husband. But watu wananijua kama Lillian Jairo.
All right.
Yes, so I'm a born again Christian. I'm a worshiper, I'm a worship leader.
Right.
I fellowship with Voice of Salvation and Healing Church
Uh-huh.
in Buruburu. Yeah, I'm a vocalist.
Right.
I'm a songwriter. So in that package.
Wow.
Yeah, I serve God through music.
All right.
Yes.
The last few weeks we've been speaking to quite a bit of musicians, so it's good to have you in that chain.
Thank you.
But behind the music, there is a story.
Yes.
And when someone looks at you today, they think ulizaliwa tu uko Malifi suburbs, you are well put together. But God has actually brought you from so far.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
He has really worked on me. I can say from childhood where I didn't have a humble background.
Yeah.
Our life was so frustrated. We really struggled with my mom. Though my dad was there, but later in the year 2002, he passed on.
Right.
So I was with my mom and other 5 brothers.
All right.
I'm the last born and the only girl.
So you were 6 of you.
Yes.
When you're growing up. Able to paint your picture when growing up, how it was. You have a father, mko na mama. Tueleze kulikuwa vipi?
Hata wakati babangu bado alikuwa hai, life was hard.
Right.
At some point alikuwa nauza tu fish. I come from the lakeside.
Yes.
And ikafika mahali angeweza kufanya biashara ya fish because alianguka akavunja mguu. Then my mom used just to go and weed for people in order for us to eat.
Wow.
And it was not easy because even getting a place or someone who is able to give you that money in Shags is not easy.
Yeah, kwanza pesa si nyingi.
Yes.
Hata hiyo kidogo kupatikana ni shida.
Yeah, I can remember it was around 25 shillings.
Right.
So these 25 shillings is what you budget with. You want to buy food, and we couldn't even buy oil, cooking oil, because now 25 shillings is not much.
So 25 shillings is for
weeding.
For a day.
The way they do it, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Me, I come from those places. So what they used to count they used to count those lines.
Yes.
So one line, na mimi nilikuwa nafanyisha watu hiyo kazi. I know it's a tough job.
Yeah.
So 25 shillings a day.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's what you need to survive
budget
on.
with. And sometimes I could come back from school at lunchtime. Mom is not there, so I sit at the at the door and looking right at the gate, hoping that mom may
will
appear.
Yeah.
And sometimes she comes when she's so
tired. Yeah.
And now she tells me, can you run to the market and tell there's a way we do it at Posho Mills, yeah?
Yes.
So we do like this. And you could get some flour down there. So we used to have that.
Pick that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because that was the thing we could use.
So because there is no maize, you have to go pick what has
Yeah.
Ile bakshisi imeanguka chini.
Kabisa.
Wow.
So we make an order earlier. So just say, mom has sent me to come and get, Wow. And the ugali, the color is not even, you can't tell. Sometimes it's brown, dark, and, but we used to enjoy because, when you don't have, that's a miracle.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so it went on like that. At some point, my brothers were not able to be at home, so mom could just, send them to her sister, at least for them to study.
Right.
So like 2 of my brothers, I couldn't tell their faces so well because they left when I was young. So that's how the life at home was. It wasn't easy. We really struggled.
Right.
And it made us, hate poverty so much. But in all that, my mom used to encourage us a lot. She used to sing. So instead of crying or, complaining, she could sing. Yeah, we could hear her voice singing in every situation. We really loved to sing. But she used to really help us to understand that there is God. There is a good life ahead. Yeah, so she's been a good encouragement to us.
Right.
Yeah.
So growing up, encouraging herself.
Yes.
And pushing that to her children that God is still God even in poverty.
Yes.
He does not change. Did she have hope that one day things will get better for her?
Yes.
All right. What was the relationship like with your father?
Okay.
Your mother and your father.
It was good, but we had a big family. We had 2 mothers.
It was a polygamous family.
Yes, so you can tell sometimes we fight. And at some point I used to, sorry to say this, to hate my dad so much because I could see he was able to help
you,
but he didn't.
Because of the polygamy.
Yes, so to me, I felt my dad doesn't love us.
Right.
But my mom used to be so positive. And don't say that about your dad, So later is when I realized that even to him, life was very tough.
Wow.
On him.
Your mother was the first wife?
No, the second.
The second wife.
And she was the only one who was born again in our family.
Everyone else was not?
Was not.
Wow.
Yeah, so we could hold on to her God. Because they kept on mentioning God all the time. God is there, When you want to be negative, she tells you, no, don't be negative, be positive. Yes.
Wow. So the God of your mother
was
the God mom. You guys, you knew. You knew and you were anchoring on.
Yes.
Wow. So primary school, high school, how did that school?
Yeah, we really struggled in primary. Kupata viatu hata.
Yeah.
And mshago na ile jua. And we were stepping on the soil like that. The ground is so hot. Sometimes mguu inafura because kulikuwa na, I don't know how to tell it, but it was tough.
Right.
Getting a uniform, sometimes, the uniform umeshona yani like 100 times. Yeah, so primary was not good. Wow. I thank God for my elder brother. I really studied so hard and he became a teacher at Agoro Sare. So at some point he picked me and I went to Uyugis. There's a place called Uyugis.
Yes.
To stay with him.
Okay.
Yeah, at least now I can say
things started getting better.
Yeah,
all right.
Yes.
So eventually now you decided to come to Nairobi. How was that transition?
Yeah, our third born is a pastor now. It's called Pastor Tobias Jairo.
All right.
Is the one who picked me from my brother because we never knew Nairobi. We could see people coming from Nairobi. Nairobi is like heaven, So I really wanted to come to Nairobi. Now he picked me from Oyugis to come and stay with him after Form 4 now. So we stayed for some time until I joined college. And life just changed from there. We used to stay in Chennai State. Life just changed.
All of a sudden. What happened?
There was a time we went home to check on our land.
Yes.
He was married by then. So me from college, I came back home around 4 p.m. And I found the house was empty. I was really shocked. Empty. I didn't know what to do. I didn't even have a phone by that time. And I was like, what's happening? Or maybe my sister-in-law has gone to, a different house within the apartment.
Yes.
Now the Jirani told me, your sister-in-law left with everything.
Wow.
So I went to a member of our church just to tell her, to inform my brother. So the next day, my brother came. Home is very far, so he came in the evening. Now, when he arrived, he was really shocked because he realized that it's like everything
was taken away.
Yeah, everything. And they used to have a joint bank account. It's like he lost everything.
So he was starting afresh.
Afresh.
He was devastated, I'm sure.
Yeah, very much. Sometimes he could just close himself in his room and just be silent there. I didn't know how to encourage him, but I could cry and encourage him. You're a pastor, you're a man of God, you've been encouraging us. It shall be well.
Right.
And because now he was my elder, I could get that courage just to at least talk to me. So we did it for some time, but life was not good. It was now rent and everything. So one day he told me that he had talked to a friend of his, was allowed him to go and at least stay in Rongai. And he really pleaded with him so that maybe I could join him there. But the friend told him that the house was small. The only person he could accommodate was
himself. Yeah.
Yes. So it was tough. The option we had is now me to go back home.
Right.
Yes, so I was planning to go back home. I was really,
You didn't want to go back
because
home.
I knew the life at home too.
Yeah.
And as a lady, when you want to go home and join your mom, it's not easy. Now there's a friend of his who was a pastor. I was starting a ministry in Tena Estate. So he told the friend that Lillian is going back home. I said, no, Lillian can come and help us here because I used to sing kidogo kidogo. Instead of her going back home, let her come and stay with us. So I went to Tena Estate to stay with that pastor. But it never lasts so long. He died.
Wow.
So when he died, the wife...
What happened?
He was sickling.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but it just happened abruptly. So the wife told me that, now I'm a widow. I have kids also. I can't take care of you.
Oh. And what were you doing when you were staying with him? Were you still in school?
No, I had stopped.
Because there was no money
school fees.
to go to school.
Yeah, I could just clean for him, do, as a house manager, housemaid.
Yes.
And again, singing in church.
Right.
Yeah, they had the church within the compound. Yeah. So from there...
You were to start afresh. So, Lillian, you can't go back to the village. Your brother has lost everything.
Yeah.
The person you got a place to stay with is no longer, he's died.
Yeah.
So you can't stay with the wife. The wife also has, needs the children.
Yeah.
So again, nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. And I remember when I used to be there, I used to have a friend in Kayole.
All right.
There was a church in Kayole. They had Congo guys.
Yes,
they
but
really had,
Congo.
Yeah. They really had good music.
Yes.
So I used to go there just to see how they sing.
They do the music. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold it right there. We'll be coming back with Lillian. So probably she's seen Hope in Batoto Bakongo with their music. So we'll get to see, does this then open a new leaf in her life of already struggle to where she is, or is it more struggles coming her way? In just a bit right here, don't go too far.